Welcome back to the second in our series of Inside the Formula, a spotlight on ingredients here at Bridge Farm Bioscience. I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Dylan, an analytical chemist here at Bridge Farm.
So today we're talking about Bakuchiol. So for anyone who isn't aware, Dylan, can you explain what Bakuchiol is and where it originates from?
Bakuchiol is a bioretinol. It's found in the seeds of the babchi plant, and it's got a long history of use in both Indian and traditional Chinese medicine.
So as a plant-based retinol, what are the similarities on the skin to retinol?
So with Bakuchiol, first thing is that it doesn't bind directly to the same receptors that retinol does, but it does seem to have an effect on them that causes similar upregulation of certain genes. So you get a similar retinol-like effect with improved collagen, skin elasticity. It isn't the exact same as retinol, but it's retinol-like in its character.
So what are the differences in structure or composition between Bakuchiol and your normal retinol?
So chemically speaking, they're quite different in their structure, which is why Bakuchiol doesn't bind directly to the same receptors that retinol does. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because retinol does come with its own issues and side effects, such as retinol burns. Obviously it's quite harsh on the skin, and it also it binds to certain receptors, which means that you can't take it while you're pregnant or trying to conceive, whereas Bakuchiol doesn't bind to those particular receptors. So it kind of circumvents some of the side effects associated with retinol usage.
So with the recent retinol restrictions coming into place, can you explain why Bakuchiol is the healthier alternative to use?
So with Bakuchiol, it's a lot milder, a lot less aggressive than common retinoids. So with retinol, you have certain issues like, for example, you can't use it and then go out into bright sunlight, whereas with Bakuchiol, it doesn't have that photosensitizing nature to it.
And are there any known implications of using Bakuchiol?
So with Bakuchiol, one thing that people need to look out for is that their Bakuchiols have a high purity, especially seeing as the babchi plant where it comes from contains natural furanocoumarins such as Psoralen and Psoralen. So these compounds are known photosensitizers, and they're harmful, they're irritants, especially under sunlight, which kind of undermines Bakuchiol's ability to be used during the day. It's important that when you source your Bakuchiol, it's high purity and it's had these furanocoumarin molecules removed from it.
And these are referring to the Psoralen levels?
Yeah, so effectively, Psoralen is kind of the term for these kind of molecules. Usually it's bundled into one, but yeah, the Psoralen levels you want to be very low, basically, to a safe level.
So what does make Bridge Farm Bioscience's Bakuchiol special or different?
So we use supercritical CO2 for the extraction, which doesn't have the same kind of issues that conventional solvent-based extractions have, like solvent residues. The other thing is that we've developed in-house our own novel technique for removing these Psoralens. So instead of the kind of traditional literature methods, which aren't as efficient, we've kind of come up with our own method to remove these Psoralens down to sub-part per million levels, and then verify that for our own analytical expertise.
Well, thanks Dylan for the insight on Bakuchiol for today. You may well have tried Bakuchiol in a skincare product before, but what makes Bridge Farm Bioscience's Bakuchiol different is the fact that they are world leading.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Exactly, yeah.
So if you would like any more information on Bakuchiol, please head to bridgefarmbioscience.co.uk.